Hey everybody! So today I'm actually gonna make a gaming video. The last time I made one was probably around COVID era to celebrate another virus outbreak. I'm gonna bring out this Switch Lite that I bought during COVID. Tomodachi Life has been popping off on social media lately, so as a clout chaser myself, obviously I had to get on. I spent like an unhealthy amount of time on this game. I reached level 100 something within less than a week. So yeah, I'm excited to show y'all my island and my Miis. Let's get right into it. As you can see, there's only 3 games on the Switch Lite because I honestly, the last time I touched this was during COVID era. I'm not even kidding. Like I said, like I'm not a gamer myself, so it's really rare that I would bring this up and play. I'm just gonna show y'all the overview of my island. One thing about me, the reason why I hate gaming on top of, you know, having to unlock tasks and stuff is urban planning. It's hard for me to visualize in my head what things go where. I kind of planned out my entire island based off of the characters and the universe that they exist in. They're kind of cooped up within their own world. We have this gentrified Diagon Alley from Harry Potter. I even put the magic bus in the middle of the street. We will get into the characters later, but I'm just gonna show y'all the layout first. Okay, to the left, this is just like I drew this suburb neighborhood from memory type situation. I lay them out like this so it's easier for me to see who's gonna be living with who. Like that's my goal, is to make all the characters from the same universe live together. I kind of like this small area. It gives like a chill spot for them to hang out. There's a lot of empty spots for the neighborhood streets because this is only temporary. And I made a little pier for it, which I really like. Moving on to the next part, we have the TADC universe. I'm kind of proud of how I laid this out because if you know the lore of TADC, the outskirts of the fictional world is basically the void. So to represent that, I just put randomized white blocks around it. There's the Ferris wheel and the circus. I'm still trying to move Jax into this. I didn't make Kane though, because I'm like, not in this world, babes. Like, I'm not trying to put my characters through purgatory again. So this is Circus Crew, which I don't know why I named that. I should have just said TADC. I like put Michael Jackson in there just because he's the first character I made. I wanted him to live with the TADC crew just for like company, but now I made other characters. So I'm also trying to get Michael to move the fuck out. Beach for the beach episode. If you know, you know. Over here, we have the Twilight Zone, not the show. Pretty small because I'm only gonna have these 3 characters in this universe anyway, so I'm not gonna give them a bigger place. Gotta give them that plot of land. I successfully made Bella and Edward move in together while Jacob is just back here by himself. Like, sorry, King. Though I will say though, growing up, I've always been Team Jacob. The next thing I want to show is something that I'm kind of proud of. This over here is the Spirited Away section. I made the outside of the building. It looks kind of whack, but that's the best I can do. If you've seen Spirited Away, you will get this reference. Obviously, even though that's clearly a bus, but I'm not gonna spend all the time trying to draw like a perfect train. So I just use built-in pattern to make the train. If you've seen the movie, you know there's like a train to nowhere situation, and I'm just like, wow, like I'm so brilliant. How did I remember to put that in here? Like, it's about the details. This train also connects to other universe, which is the platform in Harry Potter. When they have to go to Hogwarts, they have to take the train. It further connects to the Hunger Games universe because they have to take the train to the capital. Brings me to the next location, which is the Hunger Games zone. It looks quite empty because I suck at urban planning. We have the Forbidden Forest that you're not allowed to cross, but Katniss goes in to hunt. We have the square in District 12 where they go and see live stream. I made these building blocks from scratch. They look really shitty, but that's fine. I even made this pole where Gale got his ass whooped. So it's the details. Victor's Village. This is not really lore accurate because I put Effie and Gale in here. They clearly don't live there. It's easier for me to manage. Why did I place that there? I'm dead. Like, okay, I think that's That's all the universes that I've created in here so far. Right now, we are gonna get into the characters, the me's that I've made. I'm really excited to show y'all because I really put in a lot of work for some of the characters. The first one that I made, Michael Jackson. That's my king right there. One thing I like about this game too is the items that they use in here, whether it's food or gifts or random objects, they use real actual picture. That's SZA. I really spent a lot of time drawing her face, and I think she looks pretty accurate in my opinion. Like the highlight on the nose is very on point. Let me feed her some food. Some of the food items I've never seen or heard before, so it's, in a sense, very educational. Like, I will look up the food items and see where it's from, what it's made of, and all that stuff. So, love being cultured, period. These are all the TADC characters that I've created and drawn myself. There we go. Kinger's room, Ragatha's room, inspired by the Candy Canyon scene. Pomni's room, this is what I imagine her room would look like. Michael's room, I'm trying to move him out to go live with other real life artists. Gangle's room. Right here we have two real human beings. This is Enya from Emergency Intercom. I've been a fan of her since like 2016, so I obviously have to put her in this game. The outfit is pretty accurate in my humble opinion. I gave her like the alien no brow look, which I think she looks really good in. Obviously I have to make her best friend in here, which is Drew. I think he looks really accurate. I even gave him like the galaxy pants and the Ugg boots. If you know the lore, you know. Let me put the VR glasses back on. He's finally neural linked up in this universe. Next, we obviously have to put the Harry Potter trio. So that's Harry Potter. If they're underage, they cannot move in with each other, and I really want them to, so I had to like tweak the age a little bit. But the design here is maybe the first or second book of Harry Potter when they're still 11 or 12. This is Miss Hermione. She looks somewhat, well, okay, never mind. She does not look accurate. That's fine. We can all tell that's Hermione, right? Right? We have Ron. He also doesn't look that accurate, but this is Haku from Spirited Away. There's transition scenes like this, and I'm so glad I can just skip it because I don't have the patience for all that. Like, I'm so sorry. Next, I have Killua from Hunter x Hunter. I know him and Gon is locked the fuck in, but okay, I might get hate for this, but I hate Gon. Like, that character pisses me the fuck off. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna put his best friend in this universe. Next, I have the Rick and Morty duo. Also drew his face myself. Next Rick and Morty character in here is Mr. Meeseeks. Like, that's also one of my favorite characters in the show. He is so silly, and yeah, I think he looks pretty accurate, and I'm glad that I decided to add him. I'm also trying to get him to move in with Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty aren't even moved in on this island. Like, I've been trying to force them to hang out and all that, but they still haven't proposed the idea to move in together. Biggest crew that I've made other than TADC is the Hunger Games. Doesn't really look accurate, but it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. I got other priorities. PETA up in here looks somewhat accurate, but not really. Gale, he looks questionable. I created all these universes because I want to see drama go down, but so far I have not seen anyone fighting or breaking up, so I'm like, guys, what am I doing wrong? We have Hamish, and I think he looks pretty accurate. Like, I'm proud of this creation. The living space that I give him is just kind of diabolical. Last but not least, we got Effie. I think this is the most accurate character that I've created for the Hunger Games universe, and I even made her the iconic orange butterfly dress. This is like one of the characters that I'm so glad I decided to add in. I purposely don't click on the yellow thinking bubbles because they're always asking me to build some fucking road or add some shit on the island. I'm like, no. So this is Edward. I think he looks pretty accurate, like the eyes and the very chiseled jaw. People can definitely tell who that is. However, I cannot say the same for Bella. I really tried to make her look like Bella, but it's like I'm kind of failing. But I'm glad I decided to make her lips like slanted, because you know how in the movie she's always biting her lip and shit. Is this first day of school fit? I kind of don't remember. And then next we have Jacob. He looks not like Jacob. I added you simply because like I want to start drama. Sherlock and John, because I love the show so much. I watched it 4 times already, so obviously I have to put them in here. This is John Watson. No Face, obviously the iconic character in Spirited Away. I made the dress myself and the face and all that, so I think it looks really accurate. I'm very proud of this creation. I got my Mien, Nanami Kento. Like, I have to put him in here. Are you kidding me? Oh, what the hell? Is that PETA? I even drew his glasses. Spring rolls. Look at the artistry. The fact that I drew all that is kind of impressive, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I drew the Uzumaki girl from Junji Ito's work, Rihanna. So her outfit is obviously from her Super Bowl performance that I've watched at least 15 times. No exaggeration. Her face took me probably 2 hours to make. I'm glad she turned out somewhat accurate. Last two, my favorite drag queens. This is Katya. I drew her face and her entire outfit, and I think she turned out pretty accurate and pretty gorgeous as always, period. I'm trying to get her to be friends with the next drag queen, Alyssa Edwards. I made the meme when she was in the workroom. So these things you can skip just by pressing the plus button, so I really appreciate that. I'm at level 103. So that is it for my entire Tomodachi Life Island and all the Miis. I'm not sure what other characters I should put in there, but let me know in the comments if you have any good suggestions. I'm really enjoying this game. I really like it, and I wish they have the option to visit someone else's island like Animal Crossing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.